RMS Lusitania was owned by the Cunard line. She was used as a transatlantic liner cruise ever since she entered service. She was first constructed in 1904 and launched in 1906. Lusitania was second largest ship built for Cunard with a length of 786 feet, just 4 feet less than her sister RMS Mauretania. She had about 7 decks above the waterline, and 3 below. She was also well known for having a top speed of 27 miles per hour. Even though Lusitania was nearly 100 feet shorter than White Star Line's RMS Titanic, she became the queen of the Cunard. But Lusitania's career was short-lived however. Just 3 years after the Titanic disaster, Lusitania would also hit the ocean floor. On May 1, 1915, Lusitania departed New York City for Liverpool, England. As she departed, she was the center of attention because she was in the biggest ship in New York Harbor. But the people watching the ship depart, and the 1,950 aboard did not realize that this would be Lusitania's last trip. This was during World War I, which meant a lot of ships would be sunk during this period. On May 5, German U-boat U-20 surfaces near Fastnet Rock Island. She left Germany 1 day before the Lusitania left New York. U-20 is also bound for Liverpool like the Lusitania. On May 5 and 6, the U-20 has sunk 2 ships but didn't use torpedoes. They would save them for a good target. On that day, May 6, the Lusitania will soon enter Irish and British waters where the war zone is. The next day, the 7th of May, the U-20 decides to abandon the route toward Liverpool and look for other ships to sink. That afternoon, they spot a big steamer in the distance. They decide to follow it around for a few minutes, then they find out it is the Lusitania. They don't know if they will catch her. Not long after, Lusitania's captain, William Turner, orders a starboard turn toward Liverpool. But what he doesn't know is that he put the ship in the direction of the submarine. The U-20's crew cannot believe their luck. At 2:05 p.m., the Lusitania's dining rooms are serving second lunch to the passengers. At 2:09, the U-20 fires 1 torpedo. 1 minute later, the lookout in the crow's nest spots the torpedo closing onto the bow. The ship tried turning away, but it was too late. The torpedo hit the ship around the bridge, causing another unexpected explosion to be heard and spewing out coal dust. The ship lists 15 degrees to starboard, which caused the lifeboats on that side to swing out. On the port side they swung in. They became very hard to lower. The first 2 lifeboats had to get their ropes cut once they almost got to the water, which didn't help and threw some of the people in the water. The 3rd lifeboat made it down properly but tipped over because they were trying to pull people in the water on board. At 2:16 p.m., the electricity went out, causing people to get trapped in cabins, boiler rooms, and elevators. At 2:28, just 18 minutes after the torpedo hit, the Lusitania sinks to the bottom. Many passengers that were still on the ship drowned, but some of the ones that were swimming after the sinking died from hypothermia in the freezing Atlantic. U-20 did leave right away since they didn't know if a rescue boat was nearby. But rescue operation did not arrive for 3 hours. Once they arrived, they brought the 764 survivors to Queenstown Island. On that day, May 5, 1915, 1,198 lost their lives. Captain William Turner had been rescued unconscious from the water and no one knows how he survived since he was in the wheelhouse when the water came to the bridge, and only 7 of 48 lifeboats made it off the ship in time. The Lusitania's wreck lays at a depth of only 310 feet, which is a very easy scuba dive. People visit her several times a year.